Ever dreamed of time travel? Ever wished you could go back in time and ace that history test? Or maybe catch a glimpse of dinosaurs roaming the Earth? The idea of time travel has always captured our imaginations. It's the ultimate what if, right? Movies make it look so easy, but is zipping through time even remotely possible? The truth is, nobody has cracked the code of time travel yet. But hey, that doesn't mean we can't explore the possibilities. Just imagine hopping into a time machine and jumping to different points in history. You could witness the signing of the Declaration of Independence or even travel to the future to see if flying cars ever become a thing. But hold your horses, time travel enthusiasts. There are some pretty mind-boggling obstacles to overcome before we start packing our bags for the past or future. Let's dive into the world of physics, paradoxes, and the mysteries of the universe to see if time travel is just a wild fantasy or a potential reality. Buckle up, because things are about to get seriously cosmic. Okay, let's say we wanted to build a time machine. What would it even look like? Would it be a sleek, futuristic spaceship, or maybe a phone booth with a few extra buttons? The truth is, we don't really know. Our current understanding of physics doesn't give us a clear blueprint. If time travel is possible, wouldn't we already know? Wouldn't curious time travelers have visited us by now? It's like waiting for that friend who's always late. Maybe time travel is only possible in one direction, forward. Or perhaps there are rules preventing folks from messing with the past. Maybe time travelers are among us, disguised as regular folks. Let's talk about one of the biggest headaches when it comes to time travel, the grandfather paradox. Imagine this: you travel back in time and accidentally prevent your grandparents from ever meeting. Sounds confusing, right? Well, it gets even weirder. If your grandparents never met, they wouldn't have had your parents, and your parents wouldn't have had you. So, if you were never born, how could you have traveled back in time to prevent your grandparents from meeting in the first place? It's a mind-bending loop that makes your brain hurt. The grandfather paradox highlights the potential contradictions and inconsistencies that could arise from messing with the past. It suggests that changing even the smallest detail in history could have massive, unpredictable ripple effects on the future, potentially erasing your very existence. Talk about a serious case of buyer's remorse. Section 4. Einstein's take time is relative, dude. All right, let's bring in the big guns. Albert Einstein. This guy basically rewrote the rules of physics with his theory of relativity. One of the things Einstein taught us is that time isn't absolute. It's relative, meaning it can be stretched and squeezed depending on how fast you're moving. Think of it like this: time is like a river, and we're all floating along in our own little boats. If your boat stays relatively still, time flows normally. But if you start paddling really, really fast, time for you will actually slow down compared to someone standing on the riverbank. It's like having your own personal time warp. Now, this time-bending effect is only noticeable at incredibly high speeds, close to the speed of light. We're talking super-duper fast. But it shows that time isn't as rigid and unchanging as we might think. It's flexible, bendable, and maybe even a little bit wacky. Section 5. The universe protects itself, no tourists allowed. So we've got paradoxes, time dilation, and the fact that no one from the future has shown up for dinner yet. It seems like the universe might be doing everything it can to keep time travel under wraps. It's like the cosmos has a strict look but don't touch policy when it comes to the past. Think about it. If time travel were easy and accessible, wouldn't history be a chaotic mess? People could constantly go back and change things, creating an infinite number of alternate timelines. It would be like trying to follow a movie plot after someone's been messing with the DVD chapters. Maybe, just maybe, the laws of physics are designed to prevent these kinds of temporal shenanigans. The universe might have built-in safeguards to ensure that causality, the relationship between cause and effect, remains intact. Section 6. So, is time travel just a pipe dream? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Based on our current understanding of physics, traveling to the past seems highly improbable, bordering on impossible. The paradoxes, the cosmic rules, and the lack of time-traveling tourists all point towards time travel being more fiction than fact. But hey, the The universe is full of surprises. Our scientific knowledge is constantly evolving, and who knows what mind-blowing discoveries await us in the future. Maybe there's a loophole in the laws of physics that we haven't discovered yet, a way to outsmart the grandfather paradox and unlock the secrets of time travel. Until then, we'll have to stick to dreaming about time-bending adventures, watching Back to the Future on repeat, and pondering the mind-boggling possibilities of the cosmos. After all, the universe is a pretty amazing place, even without the ability to hit the rewind button on history.